Hi friends, and welcome. On today's adventure, we're headed out for a local fishing trip, and by we, I mean my best fishing partner and bride, Tina, and together we're going on a local lake, at least what passes for local in our book, and we're going to try to catch some late spring bass. Now, if history is any indication, we'll get a few. We may even come across a walleye, maybe a few of the big bluegills that are still up in the shallows. In fact, it's those bluegills that convinced me to pack my fly rod on this trip, and we might give that a go as well. Either way, we're going to go out, we're going to enjoy ourselves. This is simple people fishing. It's the very best kind, and the kind I think that gets overlooked the most. Hey, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're going pure Michigan fishing for whatever's biting right now. We were fishing one of our favorite small lakes in the middle of the state of Michigan, and no, I didn't say what its name was. And no, I'm not gonna. But in typical Tina fashion, before I even had my rod rigged and in the water. You can't have a fish already.
Oh, I don't know what I've got. Oh, yeah, it's a fish. A pike.
Uh-oh. Weed missile. What are you doing? We're not pike fishing.
I know.
What are you doing catching pike? Oh. Weed missile.
There he is.
Hey, you only been here a minute. What's up with that?
I don't know. He likes pink.
Purple, I
The
thought,
purple?
but maybe you're the color vision person. You might be got some of both, huh?
Yep.
Well, now what are you going to do?
Not a bad little pike.
No, I can't believe you didn't bit your line off. It looks like you just corner hooked, though, pretty fortunately. Would you like me to land that?
Please.
All right. Yeah, you get your hand down there. Let me see here what you're doing. Look, we're bass fishing here. Pike-oricious. Well, you hooked them right in the corner of the scissors. There. First fish of the season for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to give me a kiss?
No.
No? Huh? Putting it back?
Put it back.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, you did good. One cast, one fish. Can we go home now?
Yes.
It's not going to get better.
I'm ahead.
Yeah, you are. You're winning as usual. I got a feeling, though, today's my day. You know, they say every dog has a day. Well, today's going to be my day. Don't believe it. All right, here's your pole back.
Thank you.
That was a pretty good start, and fortunately for me, Tina took a moment to watch a doe slowly working her way down through the edge of the cover by the lake. First of the year, everything's all thrown in there and mashed together from the end of last year. So you sort of need a shakedown tour, you know what I mean? And that gave me a chance to get my rod rigged the rest of the way and get in the water. Things straightened out and cleaned up and that, and there's nothing wrong with going out on a local lake, and a nice, quiet, early summer, late spring morning. I guess you'd call it late spring. Either way, take your best girl, the old wooden boat, and go do a little bass fishing. Anybody can do this. I always say this is absolutely anybody fishing. And as usual, before I even got my line tied, you've already caught fish.
Don't. Too little. Don't. Don't think you want it, little pill. He's still looking at it.
Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, see, target species. Bass, one each. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice little bass right there. Here, buddy. There. You may have got the first fish, but I got the first target species, largemouth bass. That was the point of the trip. At least that's what it said on the script this morning before we left the office. What do you think? A cute little fish, good starter.
It's nice.
Gonna go looking for his grandpa. All right, buddy. I'm gonna put you back. You can grow up. Well, obviously, there's fish here. We sort of knew that, didn't we? That's all right. We'll find a few more, hopefully a little bit bigger ones. Maybe over there by them trees. We were off to a good start, and as the morning wore on, we just kept working up the shoreline. We'd ease along until Tina'd say, "There," and I'd stop the motor and we'd cast. It was obvious there were still some bluegills on the beds, so I reasoned there might be some bass staged just off 'em waiting for the first fry to hatch. So we just kept casting the shoreline, me a little farther out, Tina a little closer up. And at just about every stop, oh, like I said,
Oh, twice.
catch 'em. We definitely weren't hooking 'em all, but we were getting bit. At least one of us was getting a hit on just about every cast. Hit 'em, kick 'em, bite 'em. Don't take no for an answer.
We got a wrap here. Didn't help any.
Bump, bump. Swing and a miss. Strike two. I put that in there for Rich there. Baseball umpire. He likes that. Not today. As we were working our way up that first shoreline, I was still trying to get some of the winter kinks out of my fishing line, but I have to tell you, we couldn't have chosen a better day. It was warm and calm and clear, and yeah, the fish were biting.
You can see them when they're coming in.
There's one. Okay. All right. Let's see him. What is it?
I don't know.
How'd that bluegill eat all that worm?
I have no clue. That's what's been nibbling on everything is the little bluegills.
Yeah, they probably got some nests up in here. It's that time of year. That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
You land that? You want me to do it?
Go ahead. He's on your end.
I think we could just... Look how big that is. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Put it back.
Ooh,
He's in the water. I think that puts you up again.
that's pike bait.
Yeah, pretty close, isn't it? Actually, that's pretty good size eating bluegill. You just need about a half a bucket full. No? You like
No.
your fillets a little bigger?
Yeah, I'm not
Alright.
a bluegill girl.
No?
No.
All right, well throw out there and get something bigger.
Okay. Oh, another bluegill.
Well, you got it, whatever it was.
It's another one.
This
Kind
must
of.
be the spot for the big bluegills. That's all right. They're fun to catch. It isn't. Another nice bluegill.
Not what we're going for.
You know what? I might bring the fly rod over here a little later on and throw it out there, see if we can catch
look
a few.
at him. He is
Isn't it
pretty.
Beautiful little fish, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He is pretty.
Yeah. There. Want me to get that too, I suppose?
Please.
Ah, I gotta do everything. It's heavy to lift. I'm gonna get wore out. I am gonna bring the fly rod over here and see can I get a few on that.
Beautiful.
Oh, another big bluegill too. Have to be pretty big. You're catching them on a 5-inch worm. That's a dandy. There's a lot of folks looking for them. Tina definitely had the big bluegill thing already figured out, so I reminded her we're supposed to be catching bass. This is a bass fishing trip. And for the record, yes, I just should have been quiet. Now another one?
I don't know. I think this is the targeted fish.
They don't act like no bluegill.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that
Yep.
looks more like a bass to me and a pretty good one.
I don't know. Come on. There you go.
Yeah. All right, swing it in here.
I can get this one out.
All right. You ain't gonna chew, you ain't got no teeth. Ah, bass fishing, that's the ticket.
Cute little thing.
Yeah, we need to grow them up a little bit. That's all right, we'll take them.
Okay, we'll put them back.
Okay, girl, nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got it right this time.
Well, I don't know if you can get it wrong, but that is what we come looking for.
There you go.
What's your secret?
Purple.
Yeah, fish where the fish are, right?
Fish where the fish are. Hey, purple works.
It does.
For the record, purple does work. In fact, it works so well it's my go-to bait. Black and purple, a tequila sunrise worm, is one of my go-to baits for bass fishing.
Here, fish on.
Targeted? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a little bass.
There you go. There he is.
This is the way to spend the morning, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is
Beautiful.
like Thursday morning in Michigan with Tina catching fish. You got that?
I got this one.
All right.
There you have it. There he is. Just a cute little thing.
It's huge.
Not really.
Put her back.
Okay. Okay. Hold on
So
a
I'd say the
second.
purple and black thing's working.
It's working great.
We were starting to get a few. They weren't very big, but we were getting a few.
Oh, that's a bass. Not a big bass, but it's a bass. I think I caught your fish. It's all right, I'll take them all day long. The girl said earlier, and I kind of agreed with her, I'm catching fish. That's another nice little bass. I tell you, it's just about a perfect morning. Thanks, buddy. I'm catching up. I'm going for poundage, see. Numbers I can never compete, but I'll try. Well, maybe poundage will work out for me this time. You think?
I'm not saying.
No. Now, just in case you're new, there really aren't many days when I actually catch more fish than Tina, but I'm perfectly okay with that. Not only am I married to my very best fishing partner, so I've always got somebody to go fishing with, but no matter who catches these fish, I know I'm still gonna get to eat. There's a fish. Let's go over here. This is a bass. Now this might even be a big old walleye. Like I said, we catch walleye in this corner. This is something bigger. Something 3, 4, 5 pounds bigger. See if we can get it up here.
Oh,
That
nice.
looks a little bit like lunch. Remember what I said about where we catch walleye? Look at that. You don't call them Wally when they get that big. You call them Walter. Let's see if I can get. Oh, look at that. That is a mitt full of walleye now. 23 or 4 inches at least. What do you think? You want to throw that one on a stringer? Have a little walleye for dinner?
Lunch?
Lunch or dinner or something. There's enough there for both of us.
There you go.
We definitely weren't the only ones fishing, but we were catching quite a different array of fish.
Oh, there's that eagle right there.
And trust me, anytime I can put a walleye or two on the stringer for a little shore lunch or a barbecue dinner, well, that's what we call a bonus catch.
We're bird watching here looking up at that eagle's nest. And this fish decided to show up, and I guess he wanted to see if we could scare off that eagle.
Better watch out. The eagle might come down and
That's
grab
what I
it.
say. He might not want to spend too much time near the surface. Fish that size might wind up being eagle chow. I figure that eagle knew what he was doing when he built that nest up there. There must be fish here, right?
Yep.
All right, let me throw that one back. I took your advice and went to that rubber worm.
Of course.
Well, you was catching more fish than me. What'd you expect? I have pride, but I'm not stupid. All right. See that eagle yet? It's hard to see up in there, that nest.
It's very up in the top.
Maybe we get farther out on the lake, we can see it better. And maybe we'll just go on fishing.
The day was beginning to wear on some. In fact, it was getting pretty close to noon. And I knew sooner or later Tina'd remind me that we hadn't eaten all day. Still, the fish were biting. So as far as I was concerned, lunch would have to wait.
Yeah. lucky for you, we are eating walleye tonight because that's a big bluegill now. I'm telling you, that's a good one. A lot of bluegill fishermen are out looking for them. There, look at that. That's a pretty enough one, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Big old pumpkin seed. Fortunately for you, we're gonna let you go back. See, you're not the only one that can catch bluegill on a rubber worm. I really think I may ought to get that fly rod out and see if we can catch a few on that. That's kind of fun. I got a little light fly rod. We get up the bank there, we might do that. We just might. Uh-huh. Yeah. We might ought to do it here. They are hammering that rubber worm. Can't believe they're getting that bass hook in their mouth. Look at that, back to back. 2 casts, 2 big old gills. That's getting it done, huh?
Yes, it is.
Does that catch us up or you still want to head?
We're caught up.
Uh-huh. Thank you. I'll put him back too. Oh. They fight for little fish. They just fight like crazy. I think I will grab that fly rod and throw a few casts with it.
The big bluegills were hitting so good, I did get out that fly rod. And if you know me, you know I'm not much of a fly guy, but I'm here to tell you, when the fish are hitting, this can be the funnest way to catch bluegills I know of.
There's one. There. I mean, on this fly rod, these are a hoot. That's a good one. This is a real good one. Big bluegills in here, no, I ain't kidding. That's another hand-sized bluegill right there. On a fly rod. Gotta love it. There. Look at the size of that. That's a big old bluegill now. Anywhere in Michigan, pretty near there's water, there's bluegills. Now they're not all that big, but you can go out with a fly rod or a 6-inch rubber worm and catch them. I'm here to tell you, if you was looking for a mess of gills, that's what my grandpa always used to call catching enough bluegills to have a lunch. That'd be a pretty good start. We're gonna put him back right there. So, 5-weight fly rod. I think we might try that one more time. That's kind of fun.
Fly guy or not, I caught a couple more fish, and I have to say, never be afraid to try something new. Who knows? It might actually be fun. And speaking of fun,
Little fish,
Got one?
a little bass. Spunky little dude. Not bad for almost noon and a bright sunny day. Yeah. Look at that. They're a little bit better model. They're going up. What do you think?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll take it. Put that one back. There you go.
by the time I released that fish, it had to be half past lunch or later. But hungry or not, if you know Tina.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see something swimming.
Oh yeah.
He ain't quitting. That's a little better fish. A little tougher fish anyway.
Yep. Come here. There you go.
Ah, that's the thing right there. Nice.
Pretty.
Yes, it is. You did good.
Yep. He's gonna go back.
All right.
All right. Let's put him in over here. There you go.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Almost time for lunch. You got one more in you?
One more.
All right.
And as it turned out, we did get one more. Actually, for lunch.
Oh, I don't know. You know what I think this might be?
What?
I think
Pike?
this might be another walleye. It ain't bass fighting and it ain't pike fighting, and that's not a bluegill. So
Where is he?
Let's. Uh-oh. Hand dinner. What do you think? Another nice walleye,
Yeah,
right?
it
there.
is.
Oh, he ain't done yet. Come on up here, big boy. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Come on over here. He's saying, hey, don't leave for lunch without me. We wouldn't think of it. Come here now before you get off there and I have to cry. Look at that. Look at there. That's another eater right there. I think we'll put him on the easy. Put him on the stringer too. What do you think?
Yep. Seconds.
I think that's enough for me and you, and you know what I think that means?
What?
It's lunchtime.
There you go.
That is another dandy walleye. There we go. We'll take it. Put him on the stringer.
Yep.
Head it for a barbecue grill near you. I think that's just about enough for us to have lunch, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You ready to go?
Yes.
I'll tell you.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm getting hungrier every minute looking at this, guys. I really appreciate you coming out, dear. It's been a nice way to spend a Thursday. That's what we call this, Thursday. My friends, no matter where you find yourself in the great state of Michigan, or for that matter anywhere in the Great Lakes area, you're really not far from fishable waters. Do your psyche a favor. Get your best fishing buddy, your kids, grandma, the dog, anybody and everybody, and head out to a local lake or stream and do some simple fishing. Leave the animosity and the competition behind and just enjoy yourself the way it was meant to be, the way the good Lord created it. We've all heard the detoxify and de-stress and all those other catchphrases on the tube. Well, if you really want to dial it down a little bit, get back to the basics and enjoy fishing. Who knows? You might catch yourself a lunch. You're definitely going to have some time to reconnect with your loved ones and friends. And you might even run into us out there because we're certainly going to keep doing it. And if we do bump into you, well, you know we're going to stop and share that cup and a fire, maybe a few fish stories. And if I don't get the chance to see you on the water, friends, well, then I will definitely look for you right back here so we can share another adventure from my Wilderness Journal.